The story begins with a zoo where some hunters enter and steal a lion cub. The cub was being held in a cage and taken in an airplane. After this, we see a 25-year-old girl, Alma, who wants to become a pianist. She also liked animals a lot. One day she was going on a trip to an island. Actually, this island belonged to her grandfather. Her grandfather adopted her many years ago, and now after her death, Alma has inherited this island. Uncle Joe welcomed her to the island. There was a beautiful house there. She decided that she will spend the night on this island watching her grandfather's videos at night. Alma's heart was filled. In a video, her grandfather told that a female wolf named Snow came to this island a few years ago, and with time, they became very close. Her grandfather told Alma to also find Snow and become friends with her. That night, due to bad weather, the lion cub's plane crashed on the same island. After hearing the crash, Alma got scared and went outside to see, but that island was very big, so she didn't find anything. The next morning, two young men named Charles and Ellie came there. They set up a trap to capture Snow. Actually, they were the owners of the wolf park, and for that, they wanted to catch Snow and take him away. After some time, Snow got trapped in the trap, but before Charles and Ellie came, she escaped from the trap. Then she swam to the other side of the island where she met Alma. At first, Alma was scared, but then she remembered her grandfather's words and started asking Snow. After some time, Alma reached the place of the plane crash. Fortunately, the lion cub was not hurt. He fell into a bird's nest, but the bird pushed him down, and then he fell into Alma's lap. Alma also brought him home. At the same time, Snow also came home with her young son. Alma was very happy to see three cute animals at home. She immediately called Uncle Joe, but he told Alma that it is not right to keep these dangerous animals at home. You should give them to the zoo. Uncle also said that while looking for the lion cub, the zoo staff will definitely come there, and that's exactly what happened. The next day, the animal control staff reached there. She knew how merciless the zoo staff are, so she decided not to tell them anything about the animals. She lied that she didn't see any lion cub. When she came home, she saw that, along with her son, Snow was also feeding the lion cub milk. She was very happy because now Snow was taking care of both the children. As the days passed, the friendship between the two children continued. Alma named the wolf cub Jack, and the lion cub was named Dreamer. Uncle Joe was worried that these wild animals would not harm Alma, but a few months passed, and now both the children had grown up. Alma took them on a trip to the island, and she also played with them at her grandfather's favorite place. Unfortunately, one day when Alma went for an audition for the piano, from behind, they entered the island of the wolf park. This time they took Snow with them. Alma was selected and she was very happy, but when she returned home, she lost her mind. All the things in her house were scattered because both the children were upset due to hunger. Alma searched the whole island to find Snow, but Snow was not there. Now she had to feed the children, so she had to quit her job as a pianist even though she didn't want to. One day Uncle Joe came there again, and he was filled with anger after seeing the wild animals there. He asked Alma to send the animals to the zoo at that time. But Alma told him that her grandfather wanted her to live with the animals, and then there would be so many atrocities on these innocent animals in the zoo. Finally, Uncle Joe agreed and hugged Alma. Now all his time went to feeding the animals and taking care of them. Alma loved Jack and Dreamer very much, and in return, the animals also loved her. 1 year passed by, and now both the animals had grown up. Uncle Joe used to bring meat for them from the city, but he was afraid to go near them. He again explained to Alma that it is not safe to live with them, but Alma was not ready to leave them at any cost. One day a mother and daughter came near the island in a boat. Jack started going near them. As soon as Alma saw all this, she ran to stop Jack, but she collided with a stone and fell down, and she fainted at the same time due to an injury to her head. The mother and daughter could not see all this and went back in the boat. Jack and Dreamer came near Alma and tried a lot to pick her up, but there was no use. They kept calling for help for many hours, but no one came. Soon it was night and both the animals got scared of Alma. They woke up all night and gave warmth to Alma. The next morning, Uncle Joe called Alma many times, but when he did not get any answer, he understood that something was wrong. He immediately went to the island. He thought that these wild animals must have attacked Alma, so he called the animal control people, but when he found Alma unconscious and saw the animals protecting her, he regretted his action. After this, when Alma was taken to the hospital, the doctor told him that if Jack and Dreamer had not given her warmth, she might not have been alive today. On the other hand, the animal control people caught Jack and handed him to Eli and Charles. They realized that Jack is Snow's child. On the other hand, Dreamer was sold to a man named Alan, who used to run a zoo. Alan was a very merciless man who often beat his animals, but unlike his father, His son Rafa was very soft-hearted, soon he befriended Dreamer, but in a few days, poor Dreamer was forced to do his duty in the circus by giving many drugs. Dreamer had spent his life on the island, but these merciless people hurt him a lot. That's why Rafa often went to him to calm him down. On the other hand, as soon as Alma regained consciousness in the hospital, he asked about Jack and Dreamer. Uncle Joe told him the whole truth with a heavy heart. As soon as Alma came out of the hospital, she went straight to the animal control office. She found out that Jack was sent to the Park of Wolves and Dreamer was given to a circus group. As soon as she heard this, she got angry and started yelling at the officer, but Uncle Joe calmed her down. After a while, Alma called Ellie and asked about Jack. Ellie told her that Jack is very happy, and some of his friends have also become friends. This gave Alma a little reassurance, but she was still very worried about Dreamer. For the next few weeks, she went to every circus in the city and inquired about Dreamer from everyone, but she didn't get anything. Because of Dreamer, Alan was making a lot of money. Dreamer soon became famous in the name of Star Lion. One day, Dreamer's circus group was passing by the Park of Wolves, and Jack immediately recognized his childhood friend. Jack came out of the cage with his sense. When Ellie saw this, she understood that Jack is very smart, and he is definitely looking for something. Soon Jack reached the one he was looking for. He cleverly released Dreamer from the cage. After so many months, they played together. When Alan found out about Dreamer's escape, he took out a gun that made him unconscious. In anger, his son Rafa tried to stop him, but greedy Alan didn't listen to him. After losing, Rafa also went with Alan to find Dreamer. Alan also told Ellie about Dreamer. Now they understood that Jack and Dreamer are together. That's why a high alert was issued all over the city. That evening, Ellie told Alma everything and said that the animal control people are after both the animals. Alma was scared to hear this, but Ellie told her that she had fitted a tracker in Jack's body. Jack and Dreamer's last location was near a jungle. Now Alma and Ellie decided to find the animals together. Both the animals were roaming freely in the city. That's why the police gave orders to shoot at sight. Later, both the animals again reached the jungle, where Alan and Rafa saw them. Greedy Alan attacked Dreamer with his tranquilizer gun, but at the same time, Jack came in between and got shot himself instead of his friend. Poor Jack fainted at the same time, while Dreamer got a chance to run away from there. After he ran away, Rafa immediately removed Jack's tracker and gave him a medicine that would kill the unconscious bullet. After a while, father and son reached a bar, and Ellie and Alma also reached them through a tracker. Alan told them that he didn't have a tracker and sent them out, but smart Rafa made an excuse to go to the bathroom and told the truth to Ellie and Alma. He took them to the jungle, where he finally found Dreamer. After that, Dreamer took them to a hut where Jack was resting. Fortunately, he regained consciousness at the right time, but then he suspected the police, so Alma chased both the animals away. Now to reach the island, they had to cross a river. This was the only way to escape from the police, but there was no boat there, so everyone had to swim. Jack swam in the river, but Dreamer was scared of water. Alma tried to encourage him, but Dreamer went back to the jungle. As Jack and Alma were swimming, they heard a gunshot. This meant that Dreamer was no more. Alma started crying after reaching the island, but Dreamer suddenly appeared in front of her. Actually, he had gone to the jungle to mislead the police. Everyone was happy to see him alive. Alma played the piano at the party to celebrate the return of Dreamer and Jack. Now their family was complete. In the end, Alma told everyone the story of her animals, which made everyone happy, and they started living happily together again. So which is your favorite wild animal? And do you want to raise it? Do let us know in the comments. See you in the next